Hi guys, it's Brittany. So, welcome to my channel. And today, it's gonna be a paranormal video, and I still haven't thought of a name for the series. This paranormal series, I don't know. So if you guys have any uh, ideas or suggestions on a name for it, comment down below if you have any suggestions, and yeah, and that's something I could look at and maybe decide which one I would like, and then to call it that, because at the moment I'm having a brain fart, so I'm not sure what to call it. But oh yeah, and then for those who liked and enjoyed the first video I did of it, um thank you, and I'm glad that you liked it and enjoyed it. And so now I'm not gonna go in order of these paranormal experiences, because of course I can't remember like each one in order, because of course it's been years. And not just that, but it would be kind of hard to go in exact order. So that's I'm not gonna be able to do that because that would be hard to do. But what I would do is that I would just I'm just gonna go by anything that just pops into my head, whether if it's something I experienced in my teens, or whether even in my 20s, or even anything recently, then I will. Hang on a sec. Sorry about that. I kind of thought I had to sneeze, so I just didn't want to end up sneezing right in front of the camera. No. So it passed. It's all good. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna be doing, is that these paranormal experiences that I'll be sharing with you, they're just gonna go in random, no matter how long ago it was or how recently it was. So that's what I'm gonna be doing. And of course, I think it's probably better that way, and you just get a mix of both of that. So anyway, what I'm gonna be telling you today is something that was quite scary. Something I didn't even know I would ever see, but I did. Because now I feel like when I did saw something like that, it was mostly on TV, but it was like probably just one time, and it was absolutely terrifying. But then when I saw something either similar to that, or either something a little bit more different but still terrifying, yeah, it was so scary nonetheless. Because what happened was, I remember, okay, this happened, I would say, back in, I'm really trying to think. I think this was in 2020, I believe. So of course it was the year where that was a really bad year for all of us, because we were all going through something, and it wasn't just that, the virus. And I don't think YouTube will let me say the word of it. But yes, it wasn't just that going on, but there's just other things. There are these other things going on that was just so negative and just terrible, which it felt like a complete nightmare that year. So, but what happened was, I remember there was a time, there was a certain month. I'm not sure what month it was, but I remember there was a time where I think I was downstairs looking for a snack, and just when I had came back upstairs to my room, because I was living in a two-story house at the time, so as I had walked into my room and I opened the door to my room, all of a sudden, like, okay, so imagine this. I walk through that door, and then right in front of me is the wall, to my room, and as soon as I looked up and I looked at the wall in front of me as I walked in, I saw this face on the wall, but it was a woman's face, but her face looked disfigured in a way. It looked there's another word for it. I think it's disordered. And as soon as I saw that, I saw it for like about a quick second, and yeah, she looked scary though. Her face didn't look right, and her face just looked, like I said, it looked disfigured in a way, but in a scary looking way, and she looked scary. And of course, after I had seen this, like I said, this happened for like a quick second. So after that happened, I was so scared that I just literally just stood there in front of my door. So I didn't move, and I was so scared that I thought, should I really walk into my room right now? And should I really go past the wall where I had saw this scary face, scary woman's face? And I was, hesitant. So yeah, I was hesitating whether if I should go into my room or not. But I still did anyway. Yeah, I still went inside my room, but when I did, I kept looking on that side of the wall there. Well, not this wall, but at the other house. But I kept looking at the wall, and I'm like, am I gonna see it again? And I was scared of that, because I thought, okay, I don't know what happened there. Like, I saw this scary woman's face. Her face didn't look right. It looked, like I said, disordered, but in a scary looking way. And here's the thing, because when I saw her, she didn't really do anything. She didn't even like say anything. It's more like I just saw her face right there, and then she was gone. And so that's pretty much all that was, and what happened. So yeah, after that, like I said, after that, I was so scared. I kept thinking, am I gonna end up seeing her again, like either on the same spot on the wall or a different part of the wall, like this side, that side, so I was getting scared. By this point, I was already feeling paranoid, and so I didn't know what to think of it. And I remember thinking, why did I saw her? Like, whoever this woman was, like, why did I saw her face? And why did her face look like that? Why did it look disordered and terrifying the way it did? And I thought, I don't know why I saw her, like, because here's the thing, because I remember when I walked upstairs and when I had opened the door, it's not that I was thinking anything negative, because how I think there are some things that can happen, whether if there's something really negative on your mind or if you feel just negative energy around you. But at this time, I was just feeling fine. There was just some other things in my mind, but nothing negative. Just just when you have other things on your mind, like either things that you're going to do, or maybe if you're just have these other things on your mind, whether it's personal or whether you're thinking of something like maybe a fantasy, maybe something to distract you, maybe to make you feel good, So I'm not sure what it was that was on my mind, but it was something. And then all of a sudden that happened, and I saw her right on the wall, and it was just like, okay, that was scary. But yes, I remember that was the only time, excuse me. So yeah, that was the only time something like that happened, and I never seen anything like that since. But and here's the thing though, which I will be honest, but the only time I did saw a scary face, like ever, was in fact in a TV show of an episode. And of course, it was the short story of this episode of, I think the last episode of season 3 of Beyond Belief. And if you want to check that out, you can, because the story is called The Mirror of Truth. So if you ever want to see that and see what the story is about and see what her face looks like, especially in the reflection of the mirror, then you can watch it and let me know what you think of it, because I remember when I saw that, that completely traumatized me. And it still does, because I never ever want to come across that, because I don't ever want to see that again, whether if it's watching the episode itself or whether if it's even a picture of it. I never want to see that again, because I am now, like, ugh, don't ever want to see that again. But yeah, and then when this happened, now of course it didn't look anything similar to that itself. This was different, and I don't know how to describe it. And the thing is, I don't think I would know how to describe how her face looked like, because it only happened for a quick second, so I couldn't really, I wouldn't be able to to describe how she looked and how terrifying she looked. So yes, that was the only thing that had happened. And like I said, I never seen anything like that since. But this is what I'm thinking, because I don't know what to think of it still. Either it was a woman who had probably lived a long time ago, and maybe her face didn't look like that, and that maybe there's other people that saw her were just terrified by her face looked. And I don't know whether if something had happened to her, to her face. It may be so, but I don't know. Or maybe, because this can happen too, because I'm thinking, in case if this wasn't a real person who, where her face looked like that, but it could be this too, where there was a negative spirit, there was a bad spirit, and that it knew what I was afraid of, that it knew that I was so scared, so terrified of that episode of the show, and traumatized by this woman's face only because she looked like that in a reflection of the mirror. But when it came to her real face, like, so it's like when you see her, her face looks fine, but it's only the reflection she looks like that. So I think it could be that this bad spirit knew what I was afraid of, and that I was just completely traumatized by that episode, just by seeing how she looked, like how terrifying she looked in the mirror. So it could be that this spirit knew what I was so terrified of, and that it took form to present itself to me of a woman. And but not just anyone, but a woman whose face looks disordered and looks disfigured in a very terrifying way. And I think it could be that too, because they can do that. Bad spirits can do that, where they can take form of something that you're afraid of, no matter what it is, whether if it's either a scary face of a man or a woman, or maybe just a scary face maybe of something else like a creature, or it could take form of your fears, your phobias, and or it could take form of anything, of anyone, creature, or anything at all. And no matter what you're scared of, that it could take form of anything that you're afraid of, and to make itself present to you for you to see, because it showed itself to you in the form of any fears that you have, because it was there to scare you purposely, because it wants you scared. It doesn't want you feeling happy, because of course anything that's bad doesn't want us like feeling good about ourselves and feeling happy and having positive energy around us. It doesn't want that. It wants us to feel completely down, to feel scared, sad, and just to feel these negative feelings, which are not good. I mean, of course, it's okay to feel sad and mad at times, but it's not good to always feel like that, because then the more you feel that, the more this negative energy will just build up around you, and it'll just be hard to really push that away. So yeah, and I don't know, somehow I just kind of got that feeling though. I didn't get the feeling that it was a woman's spirit, uh, maybe trying to tell me something, or maybe trying to get my attention. To me, it did felt like something of a bad spirit that made it known to itself, made it, uh, that present itself to me in a form of a woman, but her face is scary looking, and that it showed itself right there just to scare me purposely. And that's what I believe. Because yeah, I remember after that happened, not only was I still scared, but I just didn't got a good feeling about it after that. I didn't. So anyway, so yeah, that is it for this scary paranormal experience. So just want to say, if you guys have experienced anything like that, of seeing a scary face or a scary figure or anything like that, comment down below if you have. And of course, to see more of this, and of course, to see paranormal story time content, even movie content, reactions and dreams, subscribe and click on the bell so you'll be notified when I upload. And I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you have liked the video, and comment down below what you thought about this, because this was scary. It was. And like I said, ever since then I have not saw anything like that, and I hope and pray that I never will see anything like that again, ever. So that's all for today, and I'll see you at the movies.